So my last example is, for example, a newcomer with no English skills taking a quiz in science, which is probably a little bit more in depth than taking a math test with numbers, and they can figure out what an addition symbol means to add the sum, to get the sum of two numbers. In science, it's not as friendly, of course. You have to read more, answer more, and the academic vocabulary might be a little bit more difficult for some students. And so this is a quiz on force and motion. And let's assume the students are taking this quiz and they don't read English. They have the option to have it translated in Arabic. Now with Google Translate, it's not very, let's say, people friendly. You have to kind of really understand the Arabic language to an extent where you can at least add prepositions, adjust the nouns and verbs, take a closer look at the, the conjunctions, just so that you can word it right so it's translated a little bit more clear. Now, sometimes you don't get 100% translation, but you get a really good amount. I'd say enough for the student to understand and get something instead of nothing. Now, let's assume the student doesn't read Arabic. They're illiterate in both languages. They have the option to actually listen to the question. So over here, let's take this one for example. They can actually listen to it.
في اللعبة شد الحبل إذا كان لديك 105 نيوتن القوة على كل جانب هناك فرق القوة التي تساوي صفر.
At this point, they would have learned the words in English, and whatever word they think it might be, they would drag it into the box. And so this is really helpful for me as a teacher because I typically find myself translating to 6, 7, or 8 students in Arabic, and I find myself distracting the rest of the students who are trying to focus. So hopefully tomorrow with the students taking this quiz, they're going to have their earphones on, listening to the translation on their own, being able to independently for the first time take a quiz without my help, but only with my supervision. And I think this is also going to help the classroom environment as a whole for the students who are not just bilingual, or I could say they don't speak English. So this, I think, will make the class more productive and more efficient.